We're the 2020s now, right?
What did you know about being gay in the 70s?
Nothing. I know nothing. You, on the other hand, might have a little more to say. Hey, welcome back to our channel.
So today we thought we'd do, we wanted to do a sit-down video. Of course, Bandit chooses to play with the toy right when we start filming.
Bandit! So today we thought we'd talk about a subject and do a sit-down video of something that we know a lot about.
Being gay in high school, what was it? Or being gay in the 2000s? What did we decide on?
Yeah.
Being gay.
Yeah, I think we know a lot about being gay. We've been gay for we've been gay for a really long time. And
I've been gay for a pretty long time.
So yeah, as we were saying, we've been gay for a really long time. And I think, you know, it helps to know that there's someone else out there. And I don't know, when we started this channel, we really wanted to, you know, help other people that were going through stuff. And hopefully this will be a video that can help somebody out there.
So go speak on it. What was that?
Why are you attacking me? Why are you attacking me? That's not what we're about. We're about love in this house.
Sorry, I feel like there's a little annoying cough. I was sick like a month ago and I still have this cough. So if I cough, it's because I'm getting over it.
So I feel like being gay in different time periods has been so different, you know? Yeah. Like growing up in the 2000s was not the same as growing up in the 90s, 80s, 70s, or the 2010s now. We're the 2020s now, right?
What did you know about being gay in the 70s?
Nothing. I know nothing. You, on the other hand, might have a little more to say.
So yeah, you know, you're absolutely right. And I think that like, it's been obviously a struggle with each generation. I'm guessing, at least in my life, that I've seen it, and I think from the beginning, I think it's always gotten better, a little bit better probably with every generation, right? I think we were on the cusp though. So we got to experience what it was like to struggle with being gay in like high school as teenagers, but got to see, looking back at the next generation who didn't have to struggle. Now this is obviously being gay and struggling with being gay is different across the world, right? So yeah, we're just specifically talking about where we're from. Okay, so being gay in the US in the 2000s.
Not
in the South, not in like, yeah.
So yeah.
So what was your experience like? Speak on it.
Stop telling me to speak on it. Being gay in the 2000s was, it was a pretty crazy experience, I would say. It was the dawn of the technology age. So like, gays born after us had Grindr and all these other apps like Scruff. I don't know, like it was on the cusp of technology, so we like we met on MySpace, which was
like the first social media channel. I'm sure it wasn't the first, but it was like
the biggest explosion of social media is where it started. So I mean, it was another way to express yourself. So we had a very easy time like expressing ourselves and connecting with other people around the world. A lot of people gays before us had a harder time connecting. Like they had maybe chat rooms, but think about before the internet.
Oh, I remember a chat room.
But I mean, okay, so when I think back, I remember not really being able to come out. I was 16 when I came out. And I know that sounds young to some people, but it sounds
annoying.
I was lucky, okay? I was lucky, I admit that. But I didn't think I was lucky at the time because I was like, I mean, you grow up until, I mean, think about it. You grow up until you're 16 thinking you're not gonna get married because marriage wasn't allowed back then. It wasn't even a thought back then to get married to the same sex. You grow up thinking you're never gonna find someone. You grow up already with those kind of thoughts anyway, like everyone else does, gay or straight, you know? And you also think like, you grow up with barely anything on TV. I had to sneak to watch stuff. Like I remember sneaking, like a little boy sneaking to watch like 6 Feet Under and things like that with only one gay character in it or something, just to be like, even if they were nothing like me, I'd be like, that's me.
Right? I remember, no joke. I was being in high school and watching Will and Grace in my room with the door shut.
Yeah.
With the remote in my hand, ready to go in case someone walked in, like it was porn.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
That's what they made you feel like back then though. It was like dirty, like it was wrong, like people were like making fun of like gay people so much. I remember when I first came out, it was like, even though I was 16 and it sounds young, it was terrifying. You didn't think like, you thought you would lose everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you once you pulled off that Band-Aid, your life was gonna change forever. No, there was no going back.
No going back.
Yeah, it was scary. Like, I remember telling my mom, I was 19 when I came out, and I actually met Aaron like 6 months later. I remember telling my mom, and it was like midnight, and the next day she didn't leave her room the whole day. And like she locked herself up, did not leave the room.
And she made it about her.
Yeah, she did make it about her. Which my mom, like I say, like she turned it around. After 6 months, she was pretty bad the first 6 months. After that, she was like the best mom ever about it.
Yeah.
So this isn't dogging my mom.
No.
But yeah, like I just remember being gay in high school was like, in middle school too. It was like Lord of the Flies. Like it was like just trying to survive, just trying to hide, just trying to like, I don't know, like, I mean, people were cruel about it, and it wasn't even just necessarily getting picked on for being it. It was just, it's more about how you saw other people got treated. I remember this story has always haunted me. It's something that like has seared into my memory. But I remember there was this openly gay kid when I was in high school. But I remember it was the last day of school, and I was a freshman, he was a senior, and I was sitting in the quad by myself. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, or no, I think I was walking.
Yeah.
And I saw it all happen actually. I was walking through the quad, and it was this part of the school was deserted. I think it was the second to the last day of school, and he was walking, and all of a sudden this like bully came out of nowhere and picked a fight with this kid, and he was not doing anything to him. And the bully like pushed him out of nowhere and was like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just picking on him because he was gay.
Yeah.
And I remember the look in the gay guy's face. I don't know his name, I'm sorry. I know that's kind of like, I don't know how else to address him.
He's one of us.
Yeah, he's one of us. But I remember the look on his face, and it was just like this look of like, this is the look that has haunted me ever since. It's just like this look of like scared and not knowing what to do, and that he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I mean, these kids, when you're a freshman, think about like, I was like, what, 14?
Yeah.
They were like 17, 18.
Oh,
So they're like huge compared to me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was such a introverted, quiet kid that at that age, at that point, that I remember I didn't do anything. And I remember like not knowing what to do, what could I do? But it really like, I just remember how like crushed that kid was. Because he was getting picked on, and he was like, kind of like, I want to say scared for his life, but obviously not scared for his life. More like scared that he was just gonna get beat up or something.
Yeah.
And but that's what I was what was in front of me growing up.
Yeah, same here. I mean, it wasn't like, even though I came out at 16, I was still going to high school, it wasn't easy, you know? There was still other people that would still pick on you for being gay. Like, I remember, like, all kinds of stories like that. Yeah. It just wasn't normal to come out at that time yet. It wasn't normalized yet. You didn't see people coming out on TV. I think it's super important to just look back, not only like educate yourself on back what other people had to deal with, like that are, you know, another generation, and see what they've gone through, because it's so important, but also to keep an eye on what's going on in front of you too, because, you know, like, although it might be a little easier for people out there right now that are gay or whatever coming out, or trans or anything else, I mean, like, it's still hard, and it still depends what part of the country you're in, and it also depends like on a lot of other things, and it's still hard. Like, it's not done yet, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just important to like let people know that you're there for them, and to know that, you know, there's other people that won't judge you for anything.
It's crazy too, because like, yeah, maybe like our high schools in California, in Southern California, near Los Angeles, maybe they've gotten better in the last couple of years since we've gone there, but it doesn't mean that the school in like, well, we're gonna say Florida because of everything going on in Florida, just because that high school, those students, that gay student at that high school might be going through what we went through in high school because they're so far back from where we are. Might seem like it's always been this way, but it wasn't. Like high school, middle school, like it was really like, yeah, like I had good and bad times, but like the whole time I wasn't being my authentic self. I wasn't letting people know. I was being what people wanted to see me as.
Yeah, same. And I wasn't thinking about like my future. I was like, I remember one point, like the darkest point being like, all right, well, whatever. You know, I remember there being about the apocalypse and like the world was gonna end in 2024, and I was like,
2024.
Was it? No, 2012. Sorry, 2012. No.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I remember it being 2012, and then saying like, oh, the world's gonna end, and I'll be like, ah, whatever. I'll be like 20. I'll have nothing else to have anyway, so might as well. You know, I'm old. I'll be old. Yeah. Either way, it is cool to see the world evolving. And it is getting better little by little. So if you're going through something, hang in there and know that there's people that love you out there.
Yeah, I know it gets better. Like, I mean, me and Aaron are, like we said, we love each other and we're in a happy, healthy relationship. But you know, sometimes you have to go through darkness to get the light.
Yeah.
Anyways, on a lighter note, our Kickstarter is about to end. It ends on Saturday.
Yeah.
And, hold on.
Oh, Merlin! Hi, Merlin.
So this Kickstarter is the first Kickstarter where we're introducing an all-exclusive Merlin plush. He's gonna only be able to be purchased on Kickstarter, so we will not have anything left over for to sell afterwards.
Yeah, and if you guys want the book and still support it, then just follow the link in our description. Thank you guys for always supporting our work. It really does help. Anything that you guys do really helps bring this book to life, as you can see. So thank you so much for everything. If
you haven't bought any of the ones before, there is a tier where you can catch up and get all 6 husband and husband volumes and catch up with us.
Yeah, hope you guys have a great night and a great weekend.
Love you guys.
Bye.